Good afternoon, Western Washington, and happy Saturday. I'm Matthew Fab with Western Washington Weather, and today we're going to take a look at the forecast for the next couple of days with this storm moving through right now and the massive bomb cyclone that's going to impact the area on Tuesday and Wednesday while staying offshore. So starting here with the current storm, you can see the satellite image shows this storm offshore with rain spreading across the area and some post-frontal showers behind that front there. Taking a look at the radar, you can see that rain is increasing across Western Washington. That will continue all the way through tonight into early tomorrow before we turn showery. We will have some breezy conditions as well across the area, especially for parts of Island County there in the Admiralty Inlet area. Could gust 40 plus miles an hour this afternoon. Maybe some gusts 30 to 35 miles an hour across the lowlands. Rain turns showery for Sunday with some convergence zone activity possible, bringing some heavy snow to some of the passes, and some showers continue on Monday before calming down. Let's take a look at the European model here. You can see this rain moving through the area today into early tomorrow before that turns showery with some convergence zone bands there. Those showers continue through Monday, and then as we go through Monday evening, those showers end. You can see the bomb cyclone offshore, very deep low pressure system going to spread rain into the area by 4 p.m. Tuesday. That continues with heavy mountain snow at times and potentially some snow across parts of eastern Washington all the way through Wednesday midday there before those showers start to decrease by early Thursday there, with a very strong and intense atmospheric river over parts of southern Oregon and northern California. And then after that, our forecast gets a little bit more uncertain, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in the next few days. So here is a look at total precipitation with this weekend system there, with the showers that will continue all the way through Monday and into early Tuesday. You can see across the lowlands we're expecting 1 to 1.5 inches from Seattle northward, from Seattle southward to Olympia, expecting about 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch with a rain shadow generally stretching from the Silverdale-Paulsbo area up toward Victoria, BC. And then from Olympia southward, expect 1 to 1.5 inches. On the coast, 2 to 2.5 inches. And then in the mountains below 2,000 feet, expect 2 to 3 inches of rain. In the mountains, for snow, you can see this. The NAM forecast here does show a decent amount of snow for the passes, between 18 and 30 inches. That is likely too high, as the highest snow totals will be relegated to areas under the convergence zone bands. So a better estimate for snowfall at the passes would be between 6 to 12 inches, with some potentially Stevens Pass reaching near 20 inches there. But do be prepared for winter travel impacts if you're going across the passes today, tomorrow, and potentially on Monday as well. Now I want to take a look at the bomb cyclone offshore. So this is the European model. We're looking at pressure here at 1 a.m. Tuesday. You can see this storm start to develop offshore there and deepen to a 946 millibar low. That is a very strong storm. And take a look at the pressure gradient across the Cascades there Tuesday evening. That's going to bring some very strong gap winds that could bring some impacts to parts of western Washington. So we're going to talk about that here in a minute. And you can see as we go into early Wednesday, this storm starts to rapidly weaken and move up toward Haida Gwaii, but it will be at its strongest at about Tuesday evening there, which will cause those gap winds offshore and will also cause some large waves. We'll take a look at that in a couple days as well. Over the next couple days, we'll take a look at the wave forecast. So what is a bomb cyclone? It's rapid intensification of a mid-latitude cyclone. The intensification is represented by a rapid drop in pressure, and in order to classify as a bomb cyclone, it must undergo bombogenesis, which basically means the pressure drops 24 millibars in 24 hours, and our storm will meet all of those criteria. So here we're taking a little bit more zoomed in look at 7 p.m. Tuesday at the pressure. You can see the low pressure offshore with that storm further off to the west there, and high pressure over eastern Washington. That creates a very strong pressure gradient between western Washington and eastern Washington, which drives strong easterly gap winds out of the Stampede Gap, which basically is between Snoqualmie Pass and Mount Rainier, which brings very strong winds to parts of the Puget Sound lowlands. And it also brings a similar phenomenon through the Strait of Juan de Fuca and off the coast. So we'll take a look at all of that here, right here. So take a look. This is 2 p.m. Tuesday. You can see those gap winds get going with gusts of 40 miles an hour for North Bend, 30 miles an hour for SeaTac, and then you can see some gusts offshore as well. And then as we go into the evening here, we will stop this at 6 p.m. You can see the offshore gusts through the Strait, Whidbey Island, parts of Snohomish County there as well, gusting 40 to 50 miles an hour, maybe even stronger up towards 60 miles an hour toward the exit of the strait there near the ocean, and then you can see offshore winds on the coast gusting 40 to 50 miles an hour. But take a look here at the gap winds through the Stampede Gap. North Bend potentially gusting toward 65 miles an hour there. 60 to 65 is very possible for North Bend. And you can see areas like Seattle, Federal Way, SeaTac Airport, Renton, Kent, Auburn. All of these areas could be gusting 40 to 50 miles an hour out of the east. And since that is not the dominant direction of our wind, these events usually cause a lot of power outages, especially for the Cascade foothills, for the East Puget Sound lowlands, and for areas like Federal Way, Auburn, Kent, SeaTac, Renton, and Bellevue and Issaquah as well. You can see those winds will likely peak Tuesday evening between like 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. or so, and then you can see those winds start to diminish as we go overnight Wednesday. So early Wednesday morning, you can see the gusts drop down to about 40 miles an hour for parts of North Bend before diminishing by 4 a.m. We're likely going to have some power outages and tree damage with this, so stay tuned over the next couple days as we continue to talk about this. With the storm coming up, it's a great time to go follow me over on Blue Sky. I'm over 500 followers now. I just reached that today. Another great place to follow me is here, the Western Washington Weather Facebook group, and you can see I have a lot of members on here already, but this is a great place to post your updates in real time. You can interact with others and see what's going on across the area. I'll put the link to the Facebook group and my Blue Sky account in the description below. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and share these videos. That's the best way to help Western Washington Weather grow, especially subscribing. I've seen a lot of new subscribers in the past couple weeks here, and I want to see how many more subscribers we can get with these storms coming up. So stay tuned, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow.